Greetings, humans! How are we? Welcome. I hope we're all doing good. Welcome to my first live of 2024. How is 2024 treating us so far? I mean, it's a bit shit, isn't it? January, you either love it or you hate it. Like Marmite. Where are we at? I'm with the not really liking it. Hello, Ruth. Welcome. So how are we feeling about 2024? Treating you shit? That's a shame, Ruth. But, sometimes it is. Let's be realistic. Be realistic about the new year. Rawr, Froggies. Rawr. And Slay Paula. Hello, Chloe. Happy New Year, Zara. Hello, everyone. Hello. Greetings, Anachronista. I'm pleased you made it. And hello, Apple user. Happy New Year. You're realistic, Ruth. Same shit, different year. Quite. And Sock Monkey, welcome to you too. Chloe, you're on 10 p.m. till 7 a.m. That is long. That is long. And it's brutal. And hello, Josh. Greetings, all. Now, if you are finding 2024 a bit bleak, I'm hoping that the next few minutes will probably, help. Maybe not. Maybe it'll just be, we'll just all linger in our gloom. I don't know. Happy New Year to you too, Emma. Hola. Happy New Year, Ace. Hello, Wrinkly Ass Flannel. I never get bored of saying that. Apple user just finished a 7-hour shopping spree. I thought sprees were sort of quick and... I'll be honest, Apple user, unless I was spending someone else's money, I'd find that hell. 7 hours? Shadow Knight, what up? George, I need Jesus. Is he rich? If not, I can assure you I'm just fine on my own. I've got plenty of make-believe friends as it is. I am sorry if that has offended anyone, but yeah. That's the mood I'm in. And if you want to turn religion to find you the comfort that gin brings me, I will not knock that. But just as I wouldn't encourage you to get completely rat-arsed every day of the week, so please do not encourage me to do the same. Thank you. Thank you and good night. Paula, you vote that you need me in every live? Blimey, Paula, I think a lot of people would have a lot to say about that. But yes, there is the vote in the corner on Monday. It is the sub-only live. So if you are a subscriber, join me this time on Monday. And you're just voting for who is going to host that. And if you're not a subscriber and you want to be somewhere, there's a gold star on your screen. And that's how you can subscribe. And if you want to, I'll sing to you. So, yeah. So, no one needs Jesus unless they run out of wine. I am Jesus. Yes, thank you, Josh. Yes. Shadow Knight. So what's my shtick? Talking shit, really, if I'm honest. I mean, not in a nasty way, but just, we have a chat. We be a bit silly. Anything to keep the gloom at bay. Everybody's welcome, unless you're an arsehole. Have I missed anything? There may be casual cannibalism. There may be a discussion of imminent death. So if that's not the shtick you're after, I'm just laying it out. If we get 2 subs today, yes, we'll hit my goal, which means Kurei's going to do an escape room. Yeah. Oh, yeehaw! The first yeehaw of 2024. It's like a sacred yeehaw. Anyway, human, there was a hair hanging from my lips and it was really bugging the human. So, of course, we all stop for that, don't we? Jesus. Anyway. Thank you, Ace. Right, I'm behind with the messages, everyone. I know that's a newsflash. I know that's so unexpected. Greetings, Mr. Werewolf Dude. Welcome. Right. Jesus, is that on already? What's next on the Jesus agenda? It's the tricky bit, isn't it? The real hocus pocus is what comes next in Easter? I don't know. Hello, Amy. How do I have so few people here? Do you know what, Amy? It happens. It happens. But I'm still here doing what I was doing, live every Saturday and Sunday. But I'm the that. I'm so pleased you like my content, Amy. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Werewolf Dude. You'll be buying a copy of Slay on Tuesday. You mean this? This exclusive magazine? Yes, the human has it sat on the right side this time. Slay magazine. Bum bum ba. Yeah, I hope everybody who got a copy really enjoyed it. And if you didn't, I don't want to know about it. Blissful ignorance every damn time. That's what I choose. But if you do wanna, if you did enjoy it, please do leave a review on Amazon. I'm sorry, human. I don't know why it tickled you so much. Human, I'm just being upfront and honest this year. Right, we have a tie between Kure and the chicken to host the Sub Only Live. Yeah. Paul, do you think I should embrace being behind with the messages? Do you? It's like my very own version of time travel. And I have nailed it. But I think it would be more useful if, I could move into the future. Than just be lingering in the past. Anyway. I am so pleased that you love Slay. Thank you. Right. Shadow Knight, that sounds like a British accent. I had the misfortune, Shadow Knight, to come to this planet. Well, I say misfortune. I mean, it could have been worse. If I'd landed in America, you'd have chopped me up, put me in jars, and left me in a lab for forever. So I landed in the UK. So I've sort of learnt the language this way. That scans, right? Yeah, let's say that. Chloe, do we need a tiebreaker or do both? Yeah, we don't want the human slacking off, do we? Why not have two hosts on Monday? Maybe we'll figure out on Monday who's going to win. Right. Hello, Dice God. Me being behind on the messages is our personal running joke. It does confuse people though if they are new. I mean, that's not the only thing that confuses them though. Surely, people who join on a Sunday talking about nibbling a corpse's buttocks, far worse. Anyway. Apple user, you'll buy Slay when we do your Doom Room. Oh, Apple user ain't going to get Slay. Again, 2024 is the year of honesty. I think I've gotten too sensitive on this planet. Truth hurts. That's what I said when I arrived. You humans weren't ready for my jelly. Right, Human, do you want to get the blanket? Bear with us for a second. Human isn't very comfortable. So, of course, we've all got to pay the bloody price for it. Ugh! Human, my arm's stuck. Ow! Yeehaw! Right, Human, I'm very uncomfortable. Human, there we go. Oh, don't manhandle me. Honestly. Thank you, Ruth. I need that after that. Did you see what the Human did to me? Anyway, how long did it take me to master English? Well, we do study all sorts of things, but this is a tiny little shithole backwater planet, so it's not on the syllabus in my school when I was a youngling. But, we do have technology that sort of helps us learn stuff. It's just for the really authentic experience. I try to embrace the Human's culture, which is why apparently I talk a very common English. Kure decided to keep her accent. What can I say? Yeah. Human is going to be one of those lives, isn't it? Isn't it? And I'm still behind with the messages. So, oh, hello, Kaluna. You probably joined ages ago. Hello. My ship is very much like the TARDIS, and also, for legal reasons, very much not. Completely different. Completely different. Dice God, manhandle me some more. Oh, well, I am occasionally partial to a little bit of manhandling, but at least I get dinner first. Yes, Apple user, the fucking blanket again. It's because it's comfy. The Human, I wish the Human wouldn't sit so close to me. That'd solve all of our problems. But the Human has hurt her arm a little bit, and that wasn't comfy for her. So we've all got to stop what we're doing to keep the Human happy. My God, she's going to want us to take a sip now. Now we've all got to wait while she takes a goddamn sip. Blimey. A toe breaker? Okay, so Kure is going to host the Sub Only Live on Monday. If you're not a sub, you can be a sub. Hit that gold star and you can subscribe. I'm going to let Human take a sip. Very, very carefully. Honestly. Blimey, Human, is there anything left in the glass? By the way, this might be a newsflash. Human isn't doing dry January. Just so you know. I'm sure a lot of you were thinking she would. Hush, Human. It's not about you, it's about me. Froggies, it's always one of those lives. True. True. You didn't end the tiebreaker because Kure was winning. I know, you don't want it to be the chicken. I know. Maybe the chicken will make an appearance anyway, Chloe. Yeah. Who knows? Thank you for the gold music. I think dancing is a little bit beyond me. Paula. I can barely slouch. Booze is water with flavouring. Yeah, exactly. Which means even when the Human says she's got squash. Do we believe her now? Probably not. Anachronista, can I keep this Human happy? Well, it looks like Kure is going to be doing the live on Monday, so it looks like it, yeah. Hello, Yvonne. Welcome. I don't know what I was saying. Was I saying anything important? Seems unlikely, doesn't it? Yeah. Paula, no one was thinking that that the human would think about dry January. Just keeping you updated. Kaluna, what is even the point of dry January? Do you know what? I don't know. Because if ever there was a month where that needs to be lubricated, it's January. It is rough, isn't it? Isn't it rough? But I hope everyone's doing very, very well. And maybe at the very worst, we can just commiserate together without absolute fucking nonsense. Paula, you won't be here on Monday. I don't recall you asking my permission. All leave must be applied for 4 weeks in advance and signed off personally by me. I'll let it go this once. It's a good job you're not going to miss Raz. They'd have something to say. Like I said, I'm being much firmer this year. Much firmer, much more direct. That's Zoola in 2024. Anyway. Oh, come on, Ruth. Doesn't seem much tapping going on. Come on, it's only less than 3,000. I would ask what you're all doing with those fingers, but knowing you, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Hello. I don't know what to say for the glasses. Okay, here's the thing. I'm really far behind with the messages. But for the glasses one, obviously we know yeehaw and we know rar and we know and all that. What do I say when the glasses come up? And I almost can't believe that I'm actually asking your opinions. Hola. What do I say for that one? Come on, I want your ideas. I'm going to get up to date with the messages. We do not need a new animal, Zara, for fuck's sake. Okay? I'm glad you liked your melodious welcome. Right, I'm going to try and get up to date with the messages. Abu, do you think it should be a bad David Tennant impression? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I can even do a bad one. Froggus, I don't need to know about your loop. I'm going to try and get up to date. No, Froggus, I'm not ready. I crumble under the pressure. I'm not up to date with the messages yet. 2024 is so stressful. Emma, you think, oh, young man. I quite like that. Yeah, I know you love Froggus for inopportune thingies. Right. No new animals. Stop it. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey. Do you know what, Chloe? The human does think that Froggus is trying to kill her in particular. Okay, Kaluna, I see you. Don't you look smart? Wibbly wobbly timey wimey. I might just shout Alonzi. I quite like that. I can get behind that. Fill the old lungs and turf that out. Hello, Nikki. How is 2024 Street treating you? Alonzi? You did say a bad impression. I think that was just loud. I don't think that was good, bad, or indifferent. Yeah. Froggish, you think that should be the sound I make every time? The stressed out. I wasn't ready. Alonzi! Hello, Ghost Galaxy. Thank you for that. Right, well, human is well and truly broken. Hello, Peter the Plant. Welcome. Happy as I can promise you that the human doesn't have a bounty on her. I mean, the best we can hope is selling off her body parts on the black market. Even then, some will get more than others. That wasn't rude. That was just, true. Mr. Welfdew, that sounded just like David Tennant. It feels like today it's just the latest in a long episode of how many people can I get to sue me in one live? So there was the vote on Dry January. Not a single person for yes. And yeah, this is the thing, we got Crimbo Booze sticking around. And don't get me wrong, the human really puts her back into it with the Christmas booze. But yeah, we've still got Christmas booze. Yeah. Froggies, yes, Ghost Galaxy gets a thank you for the special gifts. Yes, Froggies, you do get accused of attempting to unalive the human because until you prove me otherwise, that is what I believe. And what's more, it might work. And I'm not sure how we all feel about that. I know the human needs disciplining, but come on. Nikki, something happened to you this New Year's Eve. Was it divine intervention or baby shame? I'm not sure. And hello, Viola or Viola. You like my outfit? Why, thank you. I am a star and a fashion icon. Yeah. Right. Nikki, I'm not even going there. Mr. Werewolf, did you Dry October to raise money? What good cause. Well done. See, October, that's the month to do it. Not January. You need all the help you can get in January. Come on. Dice God, the best way to die is laughing to death. Well, if that's going to happen, you're all going to be witnesses. I think. Welcome to everybody who's just joined me. Thank you very much. Hello, Mutu. Not Zuna. Not again. Now, I accomplices. Dice God. Human's going to be looking over her shoulder now. Now, if you're on Patreon, actually, Zuna is going to make another appearance this month. Shocking, I know. Yeah. Dry February because it's the shortest. I get that, Emma. I mean, why bother at all? Why bother at all? Did the human find someone to kiss on New Year's Eve? Blettin. But then we had to hold her back because she licked her lips and she got a real taste for a bit of roast chicken. So I thought she might, do something that we'd all regret. We don't need more leftovers kicking about, Even if it is Blettin. Ruth, thank you for my hard farting corgi. Thank you. Kaluna, you have laughter-induced asthma. No, please don't. Please don't. Allons-y. I know, human. I know I shouldn't have asked. The second it tumbled from my lips, I thought that was probably a bad idea. But here we go. Here we are. Kiss the chicken. It sounds like such a euphemism, doesn't it? Where are you going? Oh, I'm just going to, give the chicken a little kiss. Wink, wink. Seriously? I'm just going to kiss the chicken. Anyway. Human, can you stop wheezing, please? I do apologise for anybody else that may have killed. Alonzi! Including the human. Yes, someone's mind is in the gutter. Now, all of you, descend to my level. I command it. How did Bletton react to being kissed? Well, you know, as Bletton would expect, they're absolutely desperate for a little bit of attention. But they were disappointed. I mean, the human isn't anyone's first choice. Like I said, human, I'm just being honest this year. Do I listen to the Arctic Monkeys? No, but I bet you look good on the dance floor. Emma, did Bletton use tongue? To be fair to Bletton, it's kind of impossible for him not to. You know. Who did Carl kiss? Carl is in the unique position of kind of being able to kiss himself. You know, just slice him up, turn him about. Literally kiss his backside goodbye. I don't know why I stopped saying arse. Why did I have to choose backside? I don't know. But anyway, there we go. Mr. Werewolf, do you think the human deserves a sip? Well, I think, you know what, human, I think we both deserve a sip. I'm up to date with the messages. Go on, human, take a sip. 2 sips, Dice God. No, 2 sips is risky. 2 sips is risky. Go on, human. Oh, fuck it. Alonzi! Jesus, Froggets, I knew it! The human had just touched the glass to her lips. Ah! Quick. There we go. There we go. Human got her sip. Damn near drowned. Ruth, you kissed a chicken and you liked it. Froggies is very hot off the marks, aren't they? Nikki, would you like a hug? Maybe we all need a hug for fucking January. I mean, I know the human is often grumpy, but my goodness, there's grumpy and then there's January grumpy. Come on then, come on, bring it in. Bring it in, everyone. Bring it in. Don't try and escape. Come on. Come on. Ah, there we go. All better. But I don't like you putting your hands there. Exactly, Chloe. It's always someone, isn't there? Always someone. Right. Dice God, you didn't get a New Year's kiss. I have to be honest. I don't think that's particularly a thing here in the UK, is it? Like, Nikki, I know you're in the UK, but like until the human saw it on Friends when she was younger, she had never heard of having to have a kiss at New Year. Will we permanently break the human? Yes, before June. At this rate, yes, before fucking February. Anyway, it's a thing here among the boomers. Is it really? Is it? I don't know. But anyway, welcome everybody if you've just joined me and you don't know what's going on here. Don't worry, I don't either. Kaluna, you just toast because you're Alonzi. You just host because you're busy with the party. Yeah, I get that. Someone has always got to be the host, right? Someone has always got to be the one who's checking that everybody else is happy. I admire that. Nikki, it's always been a thing for you, I'm sure. From what I know of you, Nikki, it's no fucking surprise. Yeah. Apple user, you almost got mauled alive by a puppy. I was about to make light of it, but actually the human has an odd little doggy phobia, so I'm not going to make light of that. That could be a really traumatic event. And for you too. Oh dear, I'm just knocking them out the park. Right. Nikki, people feel sorry for you. No. Mr. Werewolf, did you just sleep through? I know, and I think that the human feels kind of the same. I don't know why she stayed up. She still hasn't got back into the sleep pattern that she should be. I don't know, I guess it's a thing. See a few fireworks. Upper user, you want to know more about the human's doggy phobia? There's not much to say. Humans got a doggy phobia. And she's tried to get over it, actually, but there is only one dog that she will make an exception for. And that's her aunt's dog called Baxter. And she presumes it's because Baxter doesn't know he's a dog. So they can't get along quite well. And to be fair, Baxter doesn't like dogs either. So they've really bonded over that. Hello, MHB. You're not allowed animals near animals since the incident. And that we do not need a story time on. Froggis, thank you for the hard-farting corgi. Dice God, you did say you were a substitute teacher. Is it going to be like School of Rock? Probably not. What sort of age? Do you do all ages? Because I'd imagine some of them are easier to be a substitute with than others. You know, when the human thinks of substitute teachers, like in their teens. No, wouldn't do that for all the gold in the planet. Hello, Kyle, you're sick? Well, you have to get well soon then, don't you? Don't you? Froggis, no corgi phobia. Well, the thing is, Froggis, is that I know the human is thick as shit, but even she knew that that wasn't real. Like, you know, Alonzi, like I know the human, the bar is low, but even she could tell that that wasn't a real corgi. MHB, I don't know about your flashbacks. All ages. Well, stick with the little uns. They sort of stay where you leave them. Yeah. Emma, you were bitten twice in the space of a fortnight by the same dog. Once is unlucky. Twice? No, I'm not that mean. I couldn't. Oh, I nearly accidentally... Oh, it's because I'm up to date with the messages. I was scrolling and I nearly accidentally blocked Froggis. And it's because I'm up to date. I'm up to date. Dice God 9 to 12 is the easiest. Well, some people are made for it, aren't they? Made for teaching. Not me. Best dog. A corgi, a German Shepherd accent. Anything else is wrong. Is the human afraid of other animals? Well, she probably would be a bit touchy about sharks, yeah. I think the thing about dogs is, you know, like there obviously are a lot of dogs around. It is a bit different to sharks. But the thing with dogs is the human would cross the road to avoid walking past one. It's been quite bad sometimes. But she's trying to wean herself off it. And she was actually doing quite well. And then COVID came along. And now she's back to square one. But that's fine. It's an endeavour. And phobias are kind of like that. You know, you sort of don't know how they started, so you don't know how to undo them. I don't know. I don't know how it works. The human's fucking weird at the best of times, yeah. Does the human hate bears? I tell you what, she really fucking hates snakes, yeah. Anyway, by the way, with the vote, which dogs are the best, the human, the one that the human makes an exception for is What is Baxter? Baxter's a cavapoo. Yeah. Anyway, now that this has sort of turned into a sort of therapy session, human, any other phobias? Anything else we need to air off? Have a little chuckle at? Anything? I would like to add this. This is the funny thing about a phobia. Like, the human is perfectly happy to see pictures of dogs and completely understands why people get attached to their dogs and their pets as their fur babies. Absolutely fine with that. What she can't do is have it in the same room as her. Then she will lose her shit. And let's face it, she needs to hang on to all the shit she's got. Anyway, we'll do more therapy another time, perhaps. Hello, Luke. Surprise indeed. Welcome. MHB, you're afraid of lightning and pine cones. Are you, though? Are you? Or are you just Alonzi? Are you, MHB? Are you just Alonzi? Are you? I'm your therapist, Sock Monkey. Wow, no offence, Sock Monkey, but you're fucked, aren't you? If I'm your best hope. Emma, you learnt about emetophobia. It made you stick to your stomach. Is that what emetophobia is? Have you made a joke there? Because if not, I don't want to know what it is. What about a small dog that is being held so it can't get any... Anachronistic, it sort of doesn't matter. The human just can't do it. If someone is holding a dog, then the human will have, like it's like you've got a force field around you, and the human will have to, socially distance. That's what the human is like. Size, you'll like this, guys. Size doesn't matter to the human. Doesn't matter if it's a chihuahua or a fucking great big wolfhound. She's equally terrified. Someone clip that, Chloe, yeah. That's what she said. Nikki, you're scared of yourself? I'm scared of you too. Hello, Hot Dog Rob. Welcome. Alonzi. Welcome to the insanity. Paula, you feel the same about dogs, so it was thrilling when all your friends got dogs. I know, Paula, this is the thing that the human does struggle with, is that if you don't understand that someone doesn't like dogs, then, there are some good dog owners out there. But there are also ones that don't give a fuck. So if you're like, yeah, I just can't be around that dog, they'll be like, yeah, nah, fuck it. The human's friend got 2 dogs, and they were 2 rescue dogs, so they are a bit temperamental and unpredictable. The human hasn't been to her friend's house ever since. She just can't. Even a bark. And this is where the dog that she does like, Baxter, he's a silly little shit, really. He's an idiot. He'll bark at anything that moves, like outside the window. He'll bark. And, the human will just be sat there, chilled, giving him a little stroke. And then, boom, bark. And that's it. She's hanging off the ceiling. He's an idiot. Anyway. Right. Oh, it's fear of vomit, Emma. The human had a friend whose actual phobia was walking down the street and stepping in vomit. Now that is precise, right? Right. Chloe, it is kind of like kids. There are some good owners. But yeah, that's exactly what it's like. But people, and the human does admit it's not the most common phobia. But yeah, some people just don't get it. And it's like the human, the human quite likes going for walks, but unfortunately, that's where people gotta walk their fucking dogs. It's difficult. It's difficult. Is the human afraid of cats? No, the human likes cats. And also, we've already seen this, that the human isn't afraid of bunnies, but the bunnies should now be afraid of the humans. Right. Small dogs contain concentrated hatred. Right. I'm going to try and get up to date with the messages because I'm really far behind. Oh, Paula, they don't leash their dogs. Yeah, same. So the human has a lovely walk nearby. And not only do people not put their dogs on leads, which is fair enough. It's like an outdoorsy wilderness walk. It's not like a public park. But even worse than that, dog walkers take their dogs there so the human can go for a walk round the corner. And there's literally, Alonzi! And there's literally someone with a dozen fucking dogs. And what the human thought was going to be a lovely, cleansing walk turns into a worst fucking nightmare. So, yeah, there's a snapshot of the human. You know how they always say, oh, if you're feeling down, go for a walk. Well, the human would, but who's going to pay the psychiatry bill? Paula, you've lived that. It's quite something, isn't it? That deep panic takes a while to wear off. And the worst bit is that inside the human is having an absolute breakdown, and outside she's just going, morning. As someone's trying to herd a dozen dogs that aren't theirs. Do you know what? I think the human deserves a sip for this. And that is the human in a nutshell, guys. Human, have a sip. It's very relaxing. Frog is very relaxing. Thank you for the sip music, everyone. If she can breathe long enough, I know, Dice God, it's a bit fraught, isn't it? Anyway, welcome to everybody who has just joined me. This is just nothing but a little bit of chat and nonsense. Welcome to you all. Should we move away from the human's deep psychological issues? Because I fear this is just the tip of the iceberg. MHB, you hope the human is sipping the good stuff. The human is actually on a bit of Guinness. Got some Christmas Guinness kicking about still. So yeah. Chloe, it's a niche phobia. Mr. Werewolf, do pretend dogs are cats. But that's the problem. Cats, simple. They don't give a fuck about you. You don't give a fuck about them. Dogs are just like, oh, you're my friend. And the human is like, no, I'm not. Yeah, dogs are different. Believe me, the human tried. The human has really tried. Anyway, fear of being pregnant is your thing, Ruth. I think that's more common. You know, surprisingly common. Like the girl with the list. That's not a phobia. That's good reason. Froggies, is that how it came off? Welcome to everyone who just showed up. Don't leave all at once. Guinness is good for your iron levels. Believe me, MHB, the human is packed full of iron. Are we sure the human's really human? How are you ever sure? let's think about it. Dim. Yeehaw! Thank you, Ruth. Dim. Simple expression. Ooh! Yeah, this human's human. The human does actually call herself the human, yes. We're just a figment of your imagination, Dice God. Jesus, Dice God, you are fucked up. Who fucking remembers this? Or creates this in their head? That's terrifying. Terrifying. Anyway, I mean, who could imagine this, right? Right? The human could be a mimic. Now, you know how sometimes you talk to someone and you're like, are you actually really clever and you're playing dumb? You know, like Columbo does, and they like happily bumble to disguise their intelligence for when they need it. The human is not Columbo. She ain't disguising nothing. I haven't seen the worst. I don't want to actually. Froggies, did I just make a Columbo reference? Yes, I did make a reference to one of the greatest fiction characters of all time, Columbo. Yes. I mean, Alonzi. Yeah, Columbo's great. The human is Jessica Fletcher. No, do you know who the human is? The human is more like Hastings in Poirot. She, she's enthusiastic, but thick as shit. And by the way, if you ever watch a Poirot adaptation, there's a good drinking game. Every time Hastings says, "I say," or "Good Lord," you take a drink, you'll be smashed in 10 minutes. Big up Columbo. What's a Columbo? Apple user, are you shitting me? Are you? Columbo is only the greatest detective and perhaps the greatest fiction character ever. Anachronous, you're more Bertie Wooster. A lot of affection for Bertie Wooster. Tinkly tonk. Columbo had a full sigh. MHB. Did Columbo have the full sigh or did Peter Falk have the full sigh? Was the full sigh acting like a real eye when he was Columbo? Let's move on. Only insanity can lay that way. Seriously. Apple user, you're dead serious. You don't know who Columbo is. So in like the I guess it started in the 60s, 70s and 80s. He was a TV detective, a US TV detective. Was the full side private? Come on, people. Come on. And the great thing about Columbo was that Columbo was very, very smart, but he always played it a bit stupid. And he was always very humble. And he'd have a cigar, because that was allowed in those days. And he would just let the killer think that they were getting away with it. And then he'd just go, one more thing. Just one more thing. And that's when he'd just, wheedle them out and make them uncomfortable. It was brilliant. Still is. You're like Professor Layton. I mean, Professor Layton is great. Who's the little shit that helps him? What's the little shit's name? They're a pain in the arse, aren't they? It's been a very long time since I played Professor Layton. Anyway. MHD, both but different eyes. You're all bonkers. Luke, that's it. Chloe's a little shit, isn't he? Hey? Yeah. Right. Come on. Yeah, we're on the path to madness now, guys. Come on. Apples, you thought Sherlock Holmes was the best fictional detective. I don't know. Sherlock Holmes was a bit of a dick, really, wasn't he? Like really? Like, I know there's been a lot of different versions of Sherlock Holmes, and it's, it's cool to be anal and all of that, but actually Sherlock Holmes is a bit arrogant. Yeah. Columbo was an arrogant. Columbo did have a dog called Dog. Yes. And you never saw his wife. Dice, do you think Holmes is the best? I don't know. Emma, yes, that was the other thing about Columbo. You knew who the killer was from the start. Although there was one Columbo where you think you know who the killer is, and then the person you thought was the killer gets killed. That was very thrilling. Simpler times, perhaps? Maybe. But yeah, that was the good thing about Columbo. You knew who it was. You just waited. MHB Marple is the best. I don't dislike Marple. Better people have played Marple. But I do think the thing that Marple does is a real thing. Where you're thinking, something's fishy here, and it's because they remind me of that person that I know. Haven't you ever done that? Where you meet some new people or you start a new job and you're like, okay, you're that one from there and you're that one from there. You know? Yeah, Chloe, Sherlock does enjoy a little bit of thingy what's it. What? My live has just been flagged for harassment and bullying? Right, guys, I've just got a restriction. It's probably okay because I'm going to finish soon. Contained themes not suitable for a younger audience and has been age restricted. Oh, human, you nearly ended the live then. Careful. Anyway, we should probably... I don't know why. Why have I been... Anyway, hush my mouth. Hush my mouth. Let's no longer talk about any of this. Because it would seem that once again this is another thing that we can't talk about. No mythology, no TV detectives, okay? Allons-y! Honestly, let us move on. So yeah, I'm going to hush my mouth now. We're just going to make this a really boring live for the next 5 minutes, isn't it? If I'm not allowed to say anything. I'm pretty sure I wasn't bullying Columbo. Allons-y! I'm pretty sure, if anything, it was the exact opposite. Maybe a slightly unhealthy respect. Yeah. All-time fave, and then there was none, Anachronista. Now that, like, I know that that's a sort of tried and tested thing that people have sort of copied many a time, but absolutely groundbreaking. And if you don't know what happens in And Then There Were None, check it out. Yeah. I'm age restricted all the time. I should be. I must be very kind to all the public domain detectives. That's how I'll phrase my official apology, Kaluna. Kyle, what did you miss? Kyle, I don't know. I've been restricted, so hush my mouth. Emma. Oedipus and Sherlock Holmes walk into a bar. Yeehaw! Yeah, at least it's just a restriction, hopefully. Hello to Toby, spreading positivity. Right back at you, my friend. It is, after all, January, and we must all do our best, our very bestists. Time to get the ukulele out. Have I seen Mouse? Yeah, well, I haven't. The human has. She didn't take me with her. Actually, human, I don't think I'd landed then, back in the before times. But yes, Mousetrap is another one of those. Do I happen to have a Patreon? Do you know what, Mr. Werewolf Dude? Do you know what? Oh, hello, Brianne. Yes, I do have a Patreon page, and you'll find a link in my profile if you want to check it out. I also have t-shirts, and on my website you will find mystery boxes for all of January, and you'll get an absolute shed load of stuff in your mystery box. Rawr! Rawr! So yeah, please do go and check them out. If you do want to check out Patreon, you can do a 7-day free trial, and you get to see all my old posts. So you can trawl through all the old exclusive content that there has been. Emma, you saw Mousetrap for the first time last year. It's very special, isn't it? Very special. Whatever I was saying, I don't know. Was it important? Probably. Oh, Emma, I'm so pleased your mystery box arrived. There were lots of goodies. Lots of goodies in there. Human crammed. 15k. Why, everybody. Amazing. Thank you for all of those likes. That is absolutely astronomical. Absolutely astronomical. So I thank you very much for the first live of the year. It's about right. I've got a restriction. Got a lot of likes. Quite a few gifts. Thank you. Thank you everybody for the gifts. And thank you, Froggies. I know that you're secretly plotting to kill the human, but thank you nevertheless. Anachronist to how much are the mystery boxes? There's £5 ones and... Fuck. Oh my God, I'm so bad at this, aren't I? They're not character themed this time. You can get a £5 one, and I think it's a £10 one, and or a scrunchy one. I think those are the options. Oh, I'm the human didn't brief me. We'll blame the human. I really should be more slick at this by now, shouldn't I? But yeah, there's mystery boxes, and you can get all sorts of goodies in. £5 and 756. Yes, but then after this month is done, I know Carl Cure is not going to let me forget this. Still not as bad as her, but there we go. And then after January is done, there will be new merch available. The human is waiting for a parcel to arrive that should be absolutely world-changing on the merch front. Or maybe it'll be really wrong and the human will be sobbing. What up? That's the... human, really? I put a cap on. Everyone with a cap says, what up? Do they? We need to work on that. But I'll work on that in private, thank you. I don't need to ask you for your opinions for what I should say when the cap appears. But thank you, Kaluna. It is. Dude bro, maybe. Alonzi. But I'm afraid it is wrap-up time. It is time for me to go. Don't forget, Raz will be here tomorrow. Usual time for the first Doom Room of 2021. Fuck me. 2021? Human! Of 2024. Don't make me go back. Don't make me go back. The first one of 2024. So, everybody, thank you. I know. I know, guys, I know. It's been a long January already. So, not that year. So, everybody, thank you. Rawr! 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 Stay dangerous. So everyone, thank you for joining me. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your company. And thank you for the gifts. I will not send us back. Here comes the finger of doom. I will see you next week. Don't forget the sub only live on Monday as well. Alonzi. But in the meantime, I've got to go and kiss a chicken. So in the meantime, everybody, thanks for joining me, and farewell.